Hi, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things, and I am kicking off this week, which is going to be my Winter is Coming Wednesday week, with Thanks a Bunch. This is a celebration product, so you earn it free when you purchase $50, pre-shipping, pre-tax. And it seems like every year, my first January Winter is Coming Wednesday always ends up being something from Celebration. So I looked at all of my options from Celebration, stamp-wise, and I picked this one. So for now, I am going to share some normal carrot cards. There are 3 of them, totally different techniques. Some of them were inspired loosely on pins. We'll see if I can find them and give those people some credit for giving inspiration. And then I want to make a couple of observations, and then I will do a Winter is Coming Wednesday episode using this set. And then to finish it off for the week, I will be sharing a Valentine version. So I am optimistic that I'm going to be successful at turning some of these images into non-traditional carrot images. So bear with me. The first thing that I notice is that these little guys look like it could be snow for a wintry Christmas card, and they kind of look like hearts. I'm just saying. And so let's look at the first one. The first one is a pretty basic card with some unconventional colors, and these, you see these all over. So this one is not quite as crazy creative as I am hoping that I will get. I used the regular linen thread, colored it with dark Blackberry Bliss using a blend, and did not use any dry embossing, though I could have. I used a rich raspberry background. My colors were crushed curry, pumpkin pie, Cajun craze, rich raspberry, and a very dry Blackberry Bliss. I was afraid to just get my re-inker out because I don't get along well with Blackberry Bliss, so I just left that carrot that way, and I thought it'll look just fine. And then the thanks is Granny Apple Green to match with the green vertical stripes, and the A Bunch is Cajun Craze, and I used, I will put them on the supplies list. I don't know if I have them handy and cannot remember what those are called, but they are current, and they're a soft peach with a little metallic, shimmer to them. Boy, I just got that. I hit it with my foot. So they have a really pretty shimmer to them that I hope you might be able to see. And they also have a bunch of facets. So I have noticed in this year catalogs, we've been doing a lot of faceted gems. And then the 2023 mini catalog is back to having a lot of smooth dots style. I even have those handy. Here, I'll show you. I did do my unboxing. So there are 3 new sets that I bought. These are Milky Dots, no facets. Flat Pearls, again, no facets, but like the Pebbles, which were so popular, I think that these are going to be really popular and very cute. And then these are Polished Dots in just a peach and a clear. And these are the ones that are faceted, and I will again have them on the supplies list. And so this one I did cut a rectangle using the stitched rectangle dies. And that's all pretty much about this one. The second one is probably, well, it's a favorite. So I'm showing you in order of favorite for the moment. That I am so wrong about what I am talking about. So I want to share the source of this DSP that is so cute. I think it is the best DSP I've seen in a very long time for spring. It is on page 14 of the Celebration catalog. It is free with a $100 purchase, pre-ship, pre-tax. So the only way you can get this is by earning it. It is 100% free with a purchase. So hopefully that clarifies. And now I will get to turn the voice back on and continue on talking about this wonderful card. So this is just pretty standard stuff. What I did do unique here is there is a lined stamp on right here. Use it. Just find a way to use it. I did crisscrosses. I did vertical and horizontal, and the verticals were the Tahitian Tide, and the horizontals were Coastal Cabana. And there is accents, so you have the carrot. There's a large carrot, and then these half lines are the darker lines you see here. I used petal pink, and I think that the lines I just did another petal pink over the top. And you line them up, but you don't have to be perfect. See, my lines for the horizontal lines are not perfect. They're all spaced a little different, but it's a really forgiving stamp set. And what I did for the tops, I used boy, I don't remember. Didn't write the colors down. This might have been shaded spruce for the bright green, and then the softer green is probably pool party. And then you're going to notice this bow. I am just really liking to make thick, fancy bows, and this is the closest you're going to get to this is a clearance item that's a combo. Flowers for every season, I think is what it is, and it has the baker's twine that is white and misty moonlight wrapped in silver, and that's available until sold out. So this mimics that, and because I actually made this, I went ahead and noticed that other baker's twine on clearance and bought it. So you'll want to snag it if you want some sort of bows that look somewhat like this. And then in the background is some thread that Stampin' Up! Does not have right now, so it is a bright turquoise thread that I did a bunch of figure 8 wraps and just laid it down behind. And these dots are also current, and they're a matte dot that I really like and come in bright colors. And this particular fold is a little bit of just a not quite standard fold, because when you open it, you have this extra strip. And then these are the baby carrots. And that's all I've got. Again, this is just wonderful paper. I can't say enough highly about it, and it is using the decal edged dies. So what my favorite is for this moment is this one. I love my watercolor cards. This is actually done on the Fluid 100 watercolor paper that Stampin' Up! Sells. The stamping of these carrots was very interesting, and you'll see that the very dark carrot ended up in back. And technically, I'm going to say that had I been thinking, darks, lights advance, darks recede was what I learned in design class many moons ago. So the two carrots on the outside should probably technically be the two front carrots. And I did correctly place the dark one to make it appear in the shadows. So the carrots were kind of tricky. I inked them up. The very first one was very dark. I inked them and then spritzed with water. And you can use the Stampin' Up! Spritzers if you want a more fine mist. I actually had like a dollar store water bottle, squirt bottle, because I wanted more blotchy. And these different ones, I did many carrots and then kind of picked and chose. And the one on the right, you can see I did some hand painting. I had an aqua painter a Stampin' Up aqua painter and went ahead and did some horizontal lines very lightly off of the lines that I did stamp first. And each of the carrots came out different, and I like when they come out like that. And then my background, when I had finished my carrots, I was already finished with the brown. This is crumb cake, I believe. And I had finished it and then had some water left on my Teflon mat. Not water, the orange, a little bit of orange ink, mostly watered down. And that's why you see these little orange splotches. That comes from me taking this already dried background and flipping it over and just mushing it into what was left from my playing with the carrots. And then the green I did also spritz, and you can kind of see more the watercolor treatment. And then I fussy cut, not very carefully, and did not even bother to go in deep into the sides. I just didn't think that the leaves needed that kind of detail for what I was after, because I was after a more loose artistic effect. Soft suede with white heat embossed letters. Broke it, cut it apart into 2 pieces to have it be angled. And this, I did copy this pretty closely in the front, but the background treatment with the dry embossed 3D. I can't remember what that's called either. Boy, my mind is not working tonight. I do have those. I have them right here, so I'm going to look it up. I know what it is. It's Timber 3D. So the Timber 3D that has the detailed wood, I went ahead and ran soft suede ink on the dry embossing, then embossed it, and that's why all the ridges are showing dark. And this is still just a card front. I haven't finished the card. And then I used the rustic metallic dots. Love those. And then I actually used the linen thread and made a nice big bow. I think that's what the pin that I used, that was the treatment that they had. But I did the orange and the roughing up of the edges, and then the timber treatment is different from the pin. So I will look that one up. And I believe this one came from a pin as well. But again, I very loosely, because I changed this one and this one up quite a bit from what the samples were, the pins. But I will look those up. I will get this posted. And then next up for Carrot Fun is going to be Winter is Coming Wednesday. And then I will finish up with Valentine's. So leave your questions, comments, or concerns here on the video or over on my blog. I will put all the supplies on my blog. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.